Well, hey, happy Wednesday. Chris here from Finland Mennonite Church, and it's time for another Midweek Musings. This time where we slow down and remind ourselves of one truth from this past week's sermon and the scriptures that we were in. And if you remember, we were in Nahum chapter 1, where we were confronted with this question of who can endure, right? And the context is who can endure the anger, the indignation of the Lord? And the answer, well, it's nobody. Sad as that is. And yet we can still turn to God as our stronghold in those times of great need when we can't endure. And we talked about what that is, but what I want to do is leave us with a visual reminder so that as we go through our day, we can see something that reminds us of this truth. And as I was thinking about this, as I was musing this over, I was looking out my window, actually, and it had me thinking of these, right? These leaves. See, the leaves they're stunning right now, right? They're bright, they're vibrant. The green leaves of summer are changing, right? And we see yellows, and we see some reds, and right now it's just dazzling. But eventually all the green leaves are going to become brown, right? All the leaves are going to lose all their color. They're going to become brown, and then they're just going to drop to the ground, right? And yeah, might be beautiful, but let it also be a reminder to you and to me as we look out these next couple weeks, as the leaves continue to change color, as they continue to fall to the ground. Let it be a reminder that just like these leaves, our endurance also has a limit. Our endurance also has a place where it will be no more. Right? It might be in a trying time, a trying season. It may be in a moment of utter frustration. It might be your emotions get the best of you. It might just be the stress and the weight of things pushing down on you. But at some point, our endurance will crack. Our endurance will break. And we won't be able to continue. And that might sound like really bad news, but it's really freedom. And it's really a recognition and this reminder that we have one we can turn to whose endurance is eternal. See, you and I, our endurance is like the leaves of an oak tree. Eventually they fall down, they change color, right? It might look beautiful, but eventually they fall, and for a whole period of time, they're desolate. Well, there is one who came who proved to be eternally in endurance with this kind of capability, more like a pine tree, right? And that one was Jesus, who endured faithfully, who endured perfectly, who endured even the cross, endured being laid in a grave, but he rose again. See, his endurance lasts forever, much like a pine tree. So as we go through our week, as we finish this week out, you're looking at the leaves outside and the beauty of it. Let it also remind you the beautiful truth that though our endurance will sometime fail us, we can turn to the one whose endurance never will, who will be that stronghold for you and for me in the day when we need him, in that moment when we need him. If we turn to him, if we seek him, if we run to him as our stronghold. So finish this week out, yes, admiring the leaves, but finish this week out by turning to Jesus, running to him as your stronghold, and finding that his endurance will carry you through and enable you also to endure the trials, the seasons, the hardships that life may bring you. Let this be a way that we bring glory to God and find endurance that we never can on our own. Have a blessed rest of your week.